Oh god, I can already smell them. I hate this already. Okay, I'm gonna admit that last one was a little small because it's hard to get these out. So, hold them over there. Dick Shark. I was intending to save the title of this movie until I got to this video, but I forgot, and then I said it without thinking during one of the prediction videos, because, you know, I hadn't filmed this punishment video yet. But, yeah. Blackbird wanted a shark movie. He didn't have anything in mind besides shark movie. I forget whether I was talking to this with her, or she watched the prediction video and messaged me. But my partner recommended a movie called Dick Shark. And I knew we had a winner, because when I said that title to Blackbird, he laughed loud and uproariously for like a good 30 seconds. Like, he could not breathe by the time he was done. So, yeah. Right then and there, even though neither of us said it, we agreed that it had to be Dick Shark. I hated this movie. This was a punishment, okay? I have been punishment for sins I've committed in a past life. Ugh. That's how long this movie was. I watched Zack Snyder's Justice League, and it did not drag this long. I had to take a break just to get away from this movie for 10 minutes. And the sad part, despite the name, most of it is because this movie is so fucking boring. Okay? You all know the ADD thing by now. Okay, so disclaimer, before I start talking about the movie proper, with a name like Dick Shark, you might not know what you're going to expect, but let's just say, even though me and Blackbird curse in these videos all the fucking time, I'm going to have to use some words that I have not had to use in any of my videos. Never mind the ones on this channel, where, yeah, we curse pretty liberally, but I'm going to be talking about bodily fluids and body parts that you might not expect to hear about on a wrestling channel. But oh my fucking god. And here's the other punishment I've been forgetting about. Oh god. Never mind the spice. I do not like the taste of jalapenos. Oh my god. Yeah, I almost didn't make it through the movie. I don't know if I'm going to be able to eat all these peppers. Ugh. So here's the setup for this movie. Two man and a woman in a hotel room. Man comes out and says, "My enlargement cream is working, but it's having a weird side effect and it's making my dick clay-like." Woman asks, "What does that mean?" Man says, "It's exactly what it sounds like. My dick is like clay." Woman says, "We'll sculpt it into something useful." So he sculpts it into the shape of a shark. That is your setup. They try to have sex. Doesn't work because the shark is too big. She can't get it to fit in anywhere. Yes. So he goes to the bathroom. It's not said what he wants to do. Apparently he had to pee. because that's going to come up later. And the shark decides to bite his finger off. And just to give you an idea of what kind of budget we're dealing with, he's doing this with some red stuff to indicate his finger has been bitten off. Well, at one point we can see that he's just doing that. Like, he doesn't even fold it all the way down. He only folds it halfway. So you still see his whole finger at one point. The woman decides to skip a whole bunch of levels. She gets a gun and shoots him. And this is the first part that this is the first part, and one of the handful of times this movie made me laugh because the line was just so ridiculous. The man says, "Rachel, you shoot my dick. You shoot me." And he dies. And apparently, at one point, the titular dick shark gets cut off and flushed down the toilet. That is the first scene of this movie. This is how it starts. I wish it had stayed this ridiculous. It eventually becomes this ridiculous again. Okay, so I actually have a lot of podcasts and stuff on my phone right now, so we're going to get a lot of breakups, but I'm going to try to keep this short because barely anything fucking happens in this movie. That is the biggest fucking problem. So after that initial scene, it breaks up into a scene of women in scantily clad outfit filmed in women in scantily clad outfit, practically naked in most of it, like only bottoms if that, filmed in slow motion, boring at best, offensive at worst dialogue. Then another scene of a scantily clad woman, usually attacked by the shark, more stupid dialogue, attacked by the shark, for almost 3 hours. Oh my god. And it's like the scenes with the scantily clad women, they're almost exclusively filmed in slow motion with generic death metal playing in the background. Oh god. Big hanging spoon here. This is gonna suck. Ugh. Another thing I can say about this movie is I'm not sure if it's self-aware or not, because sometimes it feels like it's playing itself completely straight. But then at one point the main character, who I assume is also the writer and director, because they always are in these types of things, he has this long diatribe. It's like, oh, well, you think I am some middle-aged loser filmmaker who only hires scantily clad women to fondle in his movies because that's the only way he can get any. And, I mean, is it? I mean, yeah, like, half the time in this movie he's fondling breasts. Ugh. Ugh. I can't decide which is worse, honestly. Oh. And you might think that, oh, you know, a bunch of scantily clad women, that makes it enjoyable, right? You would think, but again, most of them are filmed in slow motion with generic death metal, and the budget is so cheap. Like the shark, like there's nothing about these scenes that are sexy. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong, the women are very attractive. Oh god, I don't know if I could. Oh, it hurts. It hurts so bad. I think he's trying to kill me with these punishments. Oh my god. But yeah, there's no titillation to be had, or maybe I don't know. But like I said, this movie was so boring. Maybe my libido was bored. I don't know. Oh god. The milk's not helping. At least not my mouth. So yeah, that is most of the movie. The pattern I mentioned does break toward the end, but then it goes completely off the rails. I don't want to say it jumped the shark, because that has a very specific meaning, and that'd be too obvious considering this movie. But oh yeah, the shark-shaped penis that gets flushed down the toilet. Yeah, that becomes alive and it starts attacking women for bullshit science reasons that, like, it's suggested that's why, but it's never, like, confirmed. Oh, God. Why did he think this was a good idea? Why would he suggest this? What did I do to make him so angry? Oh, God. So there's one character in this movie that I thought was pretty funny, but not because of anything that happens in the movie so much. It's because he looks like my friend Ron, who's actually like the owner of the local comic book store. But Ron is also on a podcast I listen to with some other, one other friend I know, and I've briefly met the other host at a party once. So my friend Ron and my friend Ryan have a podcast called Nerd Life, and if you want to find it, it helps to use the little dash. Whoa. So this one character, he looks like a buff Ron from Jersey. Like, I don't know if he is buff, because he's always wearing a shirt, but he's large enough, he's like barrel-chested, and he has the most thick, exaggerated, but I still think natural Jersey accent I've ever freaking heard. So, buff Jersey Ron in itself is kind of funny. Ugh. But, the reason I had to mention the podcast is, like, the character Ron played... Okay, that's the wrong way to put it. I had to drink some more milk while I was transferring the second movie, but it didn't help. I'm almost out of milk. But yeah, okay, so this guy looking like Ron from Jersey is kind of funny enough, but again, around the time this movie breaks formula, the character... Okay, what I was explaining. The running gag in the podcast is Ron is actually like some disgusting subhuman creature. Like, he always smells funny and is always sticky, and is a sexual deviant. Ugh. So around the time this movie finally breaks its painful formula, not quite as painful as this, the character starts acting like that, like Ron from the podcast. Like, he starts making out with statues in a graveyard and grabbing the statue's breasts. I mean, in a movie that's already a weird premise, it just seems to come out of nowhere. Like, with a name like Dick Shark, you expect certain things to happen in this movie. A dude groping and making out with graveyard statues is not one of them. And then, like, the main character finds his video diaries, and they're filmed in a park, which I think they really were just filmed in a park. And I say this because you see people walking, along in the background, and it doesn't look like extras. This movie probably didn't have the budget for extras. But at one point he was recording his blog, and he just starts yelling at the people as they walk by. "It's nothing, don't worry about it." And in one, there's a kid screaming in the background. It's like, Ron, what are you doing? So that was funny to me. I mean, maybe I'll tag Ron if I post this video to Facebook so he can get a kick out of it. Oh, God. This part's almost done. But yeah, around the time it breaks the formula, and this is like 20 minutes left, this is where it goes off the rails. Almost 3 hours. I thought you loved me, honey. Coaster. The coaster's been sticking to my mug and it popped off. I just felt something cold and wet hit me. Make your jokes if you want. I was worried I spilled the peppers. Oh. So 20 minutes left. In the middle of having sex with his girlfriend, the main character gets a phone call. It's my father. I haven't heard from him in 20 years. Yeah, that in itself is out of nowhere. But it gets weirder. Ugh. My mouth hurts so bad, guys. So bad. I don't like the talking's helping. I ain't drinking the juice. Okay, there's juice swishing around here. Like, oh. Scrape up these last few bits. But I am done. Cuts to a scene where he's just talking to a guy who I would say is younger. So right as I think, well, is that the father? That can't be the father. This guy's clearly the same age or younger. The other dude, the new guy, starts talking about how he's not aging or whatever. And the main character goes, hey man, I didn't make you drink my immortality potion. And the other guy goes, it was in a beer bottle. You know, not direct quotes, but you get it. And that fucking K. And then, yeah, part of the reason why I say this dialogue is just unbearable is when it's not nonsense about what the creature is and why it's doing what it's doing. It's philosophical, rambling bullshit. Like, the character will not shut up about how Americans won't get the main character won't shut up about how Americans won't get his joke because they're uneducated and you can't make smart jokes anymore. And another thing he keeps going on about is ethics just get in the way of science. And the main character is not presented as the hero at all. Well, maybe for the first few parts of the movies, but then he strangles someone. Not worth getting into. But it's presented in such a way I almost feel like this is what the writer intended. So yeah, in the middle of this, immortal dad starts going on about how everyone's stupid now. And again, it seems genuine, but also then the main character says, look, as far back as Agent Grease, people have... So yeah, the main character says, look, even back as far as Agent Grease, people thought kids today were stupid. And again, the whole scene is weird, but it's like, okay, his dad is unaging. That's fucking weird and out of nowhere. But then, Immortal Dad presents a candle and goes, light it in your special way. And more slow-mo and generic death metal music, and the main character lights the candle with his mind. Give you a second to process that. And for some reason, that hurts the main character. He starts holding his stomach and falls over. And his dad kills him with a katana. Like, the katana part, honestly, with everything else, doesn't seem weird. And, you know, my dad had it. My dad was really into Japanese culture when I was, like, really young. So there's been a katana in the house for his house for literally as long as I've been alive, I think. So, you know, that part doesn't seem as strange to me, but... And then, honest to God, I don't know what the... I can't tell you what happened in the last scene. I really fucking can't. I can try. I guess I will. The girlfriend is tied down, like, tied up. Naked, of course, you know, but... And it looks like the immortal dad is gonna sacrifice her with her katana. But then the dick shark shows up. It starts to have sex with her. So the immortal dad stabs the dick shark with the katana. And then a baby dick shark with legs comes out of the hole. And that's not where the movie ends, but not only am I not sure what happens left, I honestly don't remember. So, yeah. I mean, I feel like there's other stuff, like, there may be one or two things here that are worth mentioning, but I don't know, man. This movie was just bad. Just, like, so bad. Like, I don't want to say this is the worst movie I've ever seen. This is definitely the worst movie I've ever seen because of TDOW. If you want to go see a movie about a ridiculous concept that's fun, go watch Velocipaster. That movie is glorious in its badness. And it is self-aware. Yeah, this is already the fourth video, so that means and there have been 6 minutes each, so that means I'm approaching 20 minutes if I haven't broken it already. But yeah, this movie's dumb. It's bad. I hate it. My mouth has finally stopped hurting. I'll see you in the next punishment video, probably.